The laboratory DC power supply. How to set up and adjust the DC power supply. The power supply is a single output floating supply. Note I stress the word floating. Here there are three terminals of the supply, the negative, the ground, and positive. The supply voltage is provided by the negative and positive terminals. The ground is a safety ground only. The voltage output appears only across the negative and positive terminals. There is no reference voltage. That is why we call it a floating supply. The supply is a constant voltage and constant current supply. One or the other, not both. You cannot obtain both a constant voltage and a constant current at the same time. Remember, the output voltage and output current depends on the load that is applied and must obey Ohm's law. Treat the voltage and current settings as limits. To set up the DC power supply, we will connect a black lead to the negative terminal and a red lead to the positive terminal. Since this is a floating supply, we may choose to reference the supply to earth ground. So if we would like to create a positive supply, we'll connect a grounding lead from the safety ground to the negative terminal. This gives us a positive supply. In the event that we would require a negative supply, we can connect the ground lead to the positive terminal, and this gives us a negative supply. Let us set this up as a positive 5-volt supply. For 5 volts, we will set the course voltage setting to give us 5 volts. The current setting is a current limit. So if we would like to set the current to a safe maximum current of 1 amp, we can ground the positive to the negative terminal, select the display to current in amps, and now we are in the constant current mode, and we will set it to a maximum of 1 amp or thereabouts. So we are in a constant current mode. The power supply will not supply more than 1 amp. The voltage output, previously we had set it to 5 volts. The voltage output will depend on the load presented to the power supply. In this case, the load is a short circuit. We remove the short circuit and the power supply switches back into a constant voltage mode, indicating 5 volts with 0 amps output. So in conclusion, we set up the power supply with our supply connections. We ground the negative terminal to give us a positive supply referenced to earth ground. We set the voltage to our desired operating voltage, and we set the current to a maximum safe operating current.